Welcome to Lost in the Desert, episode 13. I'm your host, Kareem.
Name's Issam.
And yeah, how was your week, buddy?
The weather's ass, bro. Arizona's getting too fucking hot right now. I can't stand it.
It's just there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do.
There's nothing to do when it's hot outside. Of course, you just stay inside.
Well, there is, but you have to go to the end of the earth. You got to go to the fucking lakes or tubing or stuff like that. I just learned that tubing is like at least a 3 hour experience. At
Oh, what do you thought
least.
it was like 20-minute thing?
I thought it was like maybe an hour or something like that. You go
Nah,
from the
son.
top down.
Nah, son. And then you're tired after the day.
And then
Then you just get knocked out.
also, there's like two spots. There's like one point which is like 2.5, 3 hours, and then the other one was like a 5 hour tube.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not fucking doing that shit.
Yeah, no, I'm not into that right now.
That seems like a recipe for skin cancer, man.
How
Out
was your
here in
week?
the sun.
How's your week?
My week is hell. I'm exhausted and I need a vacation.
No.
Yeah.
Well, it's the summer.
Yeah, you probably noticed I did not put anything on YouTube. I don't have the time. I did not have the time for that shit.
Nah, it was all cool.
I did not have the time for that shit. I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
No, let's just stick with these TikToks.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's getting hot and it's just disgusting. This is
Oh,
the worst time to be in Arizona right now.
I'm gonna agree with you. My
Yeah.
power bill finally reached like over 100, and it went from like 60 something to 141 in like a 1 month difference.
Bro, I have not turned off my AC.
I just put it in eco when I go. I
Oh,
put it in eco when I instead of turning it off.
mine is working overtime right now.
Oh, my roommate's asleep, so she's probably. We have different work schedules, so even when I leave the house, I work from home, but even if I like leave the house on the weekend, she's still at home asleep. So the
Yeah,
AC is going to be on like 24/7 on a weekend.
as it should.
Absolutely. But yeah, this week was an interesting week. Let's just get this out the way. The NBA playoffs. It's a wrap for Miami.
Yeah, no, 100%.
It's a wrap for the way because I watched those last two games. I watched game 3 and 4, but the way they played in game 3 and 4, they waste so much energy on defense. They don't have any more energy to give on offense. And it's not like they're getting stops, don't get me wrong, but it's they don't have the energy to keep
But
to
also,
defend them like the
it's not even
offense
like
against
sad,
Miami.
like sad to watch it because like Denver deserves this. Denver's been playing great all year. They
Mhm.
deserve to be champions. This is what we expected. It should have been a sweep, but they didn't lose that second game. But
I'm convinced they didn't care because they're like, perfect, now we get to finish on our home court.
probably, yeah.
Because they're like, you know what, it doesn't matter if we lost that game, we get to finish in Denver
Yeah.
and we'll call
Now
it
they
a
can
day.
finish in Denver, get a title, and call it a year. And right as soon as it's done, I'm gonna give it about a day or two. Then we're gonna see what happens to John Morant.
I think they said the week after.
Oh, we'll see. That's what everybody's
I
waiting for.
Well, the commissioner already said he's going to wait till the playoffs are done, and then like he's. I think it was like a week after.
Yeah,
I might be like either paraphrasing or, but I think it was like a week after the playoffs are done. He'll say something,
announce it.
and then last episode was with Shannon Sharp. It's a lot of things going
There's
on right
new
after.
changes for the second part of the year. A lot of new changes.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
did you see the commissioner? Like, I don't know why he would put out that statement saying, "Oh, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to speak on the John Morant thing." But he continues to comment like when they asked him,
Well,
like
because
he's distracting from the finals himself.
no, I think it's just because he's just tired of it. But then also like, I did see one time he did make a joke in one of the interviews when somebody said that NBA should quote I forgot what the quote was, but he said, "Yeah, it has two meanings to it because the whole John Morant thing, and it was always called don't carry
Don't
because
carry.
you know how NBA has an issue of players carrying the ball, like the chart,
Oh,
yeah." And he said, "Yeah, you should say do not carry," and he goes, "Yeah, that can go both ways." And the guy's like, "Oh," and he's like, "He's talking about the John Morant," and he goes, "Yeah, dude, he's
he's.
gangster."
You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me
Lex
of.
Luthor.
No, he reminds me of the black dude from The Boys. The Edgar, the guy who runs shit over at Voight, because he
The
got the little glasses on and everything, and the bug
Oh, you're
eyes.
talking about the guy from
Yeah,
Breaking
the
Bad.
way he
Okay.
moves, he gives me like
No,
corny.
he reminds me every time I see him, I just think of like Lex Luthor, and he's trying to get after Batman and Superman.
Lex Luthor is a G, bro.
Yeah,
Don't
well,
don't
that's
disrespect
Adams.
Lex.
That's
But no,
Adams.
because I've been getting caught up on the boys. But anyway, we'll
Great
talk about
show.
that later. But
Speaking of Miami, though, Messi's gonna run that whole town soon.
did you see their Instagram just skyrocket from like one point
That's
something to
yeah.
like five
Look,
point five?
and you know me, I'm not the biggest Messi fan, but I have to respect his game because
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm a
Great is
I'm a
great.
Ronaldo guy type of guy. But it was crazy to me because everybody did think he's gonna go to Saudi. Same thing, as Ronaldo did and Benzema recently as well. and because it's a lot of money. But I think it was choice because at the end of the day, it's a Muslim country, so there's a lot of rules. So it's hard for him to adjust, especially that type of guy that is like he's from Argentina. Like it's a whole different lifestyle. So I can understand him going to Miami because he gets to keep this type of lifestyle. Miami's crazy. It's a party town,
Mhm.
and then also like he has a chance of not just making. He's not gonna make as much as money as Saudi, but he might do the same thing where he might get like ownership deals and all that stuff. So,
Yeah, he'll
but
definitely make like sponsorship money and all that
but
stuff on the
yeah,
side.
but I mean does not. Obviously, he does not need to.
Doesn't need it.
He doesn't need it because he could have went to Barcelona. But I did read that he did want to go back to Barcelona, but when he found out that they're gonna do a lot of budget cuts and let go of players, he said no.
He's like, I'm not trying to be part of the rebuild.
Exactly. So might as well just go to MLS where they get paid shit anyways. There's gonna do no budget cuts, and then he's gonna obviously take over.
No,
But that's why I would respect him because he didn't want to get players off the Barcelona team because he still cares about that team, and obviously he will one day go back and retire there, play probably one more season. But the thing is, a lot of people are like, oh, he missed out on the money with Saudi. That Saudi deal will always be there for him. He can be 50 years old and they will still
when
offer
they say,
him.
"Oh, Messi coming back," there's be like, "So, do you want 250 million a game? How do you
Yeah,
want?" Like the Saudis will give it to
that
you.
money will always be there. Benzema went to Saudi. That's one of the top. He's still in this prime. I don't care what anybody says. A top scorer in Real Madrid and everything. But he's a Muslim, and he said, "I always want to live in a Muslim country." So you're making way more money than you can ever make. You're in a Muslim country. You're well taken care of. Why not? So it was a smart business move for him.
Bro, Saudis don't take money seriously.
No, dude,
They
they do
don't
not.
take
Bro,
money
I swear
seriously.
they're not taking me serious. Like, bro, Benzema, they offered him like just like a lot of money, but they don't want to say. Like, they only put a number out there, and I think it's around like 300-400. But they asked him, "What team do you want to play for?" Like, he's like, "Pick a team."
And they'll just give it to you.
Yeah, like, and then he did, dude. It was a sold out stadium just for him to show up in the jersey, and they played his favorite song, "All Eyes on Me" by Tupac.
All
Eyes on me, and then he walked in the stadium, and it was sold out just to watch him enter. Where like it's insane, it's insane.
No, 100%. I don't think. Funny you said earlier when you said, "Oh, it's a Muslim country, dude, little dude from Argentina, whatever." Who believes Messi's getting pussy?
No, it's not him getting
Like, what is
pussy.
he gives me like
We're talking
boring
about
family man anyway.
no,
So like,
that's no,
what's
it's not about him getting
like,
bitches.
how's he adjusting to what lifestyle? He could just leave.
No, because he's got to think about it too. Like his wife, her always have to be covering herself. The kids, they're learning about other things, and also like probably limited on food options. Maybe he grew up, on eating like lard and stuff like that, and he has so
Them Argentinians got a bad reputation of being
because
like notoriously
because
racist.
because in the World Cup they brought their own meat to this Qatar for the staff.
Bro, them niggas are
Like I'm saying, like I don't know. I'm just saying bullshit, a lot of bullshit, but it's like
yeah, I know.
it's like I could tell like he did not want that lifestyle for him because think about it. You got a lifestyle in Miami, which is like the house that they're offering him, the lifestyle, the money, not the fuck the money, everything. Miami, like, and he always goes to Miami.
100%. I would choose Miami over
Saudi.
like over Saudi.
And
Miami over any place in the
Saudi,
Middle East.
you can't be outside during the day because it's way too hot. Everybody comes out at night. You have to change your whole life. Then you have to worry about the kids' school, them learning Arabic, adjusting. You're like, now I'd rather go so they can learn English. And you're playing in the Saudi league, which is still growing. It's not MLS. You know what I mean? You're not gonna get that much.
How many
exposure.
games? How many games are in the Saudi league anyway?
I have no idea.
Can you Google that shit?
Fuck no.
Because I'm pretty sure it's not a lot of games.
Hmm.
This dude could be like, okay, sweetheart, I'm gonna play these 20 games, and then I'm coming right back to wherever you guys are in the world.
And then it's funny because all the owners are mad billionaires, like stupid billionaires, and they're just literally like just having trade players left and right.
Bro, they're bored rich folk. I'm pretty sure they think they own these people.
No, 100% they act like that.
I'm pretty sure that's how they act. That's why I could never have a boss from the Middle East. I would lose my mind. You're like, don't talk to me like that. We've all seen how like
30 games.
30 games. Okay, that's 30 games.
There's 16 clubs.
How many weeks? Like how many games?
They
per
play
week?
from usually they play from August to May.
From August to May. Okay, that's a long time to be away from your kids. But if you were like, oh, it's a 20 game season or something,
Yeah.
I'd be like,
No,
yo, I'm gonna see my kids. I'm gonna play these 20 games, and I'm gonna fly right out of Saudi and see my kids.
Well, they fly with private. You get your own
Like
airplane.
that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
You'll get your own
not this
airplane.
bitch again. Not this again.
Who cares?
Right. So yeah, I don't definitely think he could have just done. He could have just done that, and it would have been an issue. But it's all right. It's Messi. He'll be fine. I definitely think it's more fun
he doesn't
now.
need the money at all or anything. So, But like I said, the deal will always be there for him. So he's not going to be worried about like, oh, I missed out on $500 million. It will be there for him.
It does a great it's done a great thing for MLS and Florida.
No, Messi, genuinely because it was always known thing like every like a big star player will end up like on his way down, go to the MLS, bring some attraction. The game is hyped up.
Mhm.
When Ronaldo went to Saudi, that was a big hit for MLS because they really thought New York is gonna pull Ronaldo. Now
Never.
Benzema, who's actually in this like kind of still in the prime, going to Saudi. Messi saved MLS by going to MLS. Legit, he saved them.
Let's just get this out the way. American football, American soccer stars are boring.
Yeah,
Are boring and mediocre compared
actually,
to the
and a lot
internationals.
of people don't know who they are.
And a lot of people don't know who they are. They're not market. They don't know who they are because they're boring.
Yep.
There's no
And
reason to
there's
market them. It's just
it's very hard.
it's a soccer league full of Jokic's. It's boring stars.
Yeah.
And on top of it, what's the incentive to get? First of all, it's heavy tax in Europe. All right, Europe is heavy tax. The only incentive, like for them to come play, like you're gonna come play in Miami, maybe Texas, like all these low tax states, like Arizona, like Phoenix. Why do you think Phoenix Rising does a good job?
No,
Like,
well, Phoenix Rising not in the MLS yet.
aren't they?
No, they're in the G League.
Oh, never mind. I'd strike that from the record.
They're
But
they have to win a couple of more games, and they have to build a stadium for able to be in the MLS. But they're all on the right path.
but marketing wise, of the Phoenix. Like I don't know of any of the other states.
LA
Like
Galaxy.
yeah. Apart from LA Galaxy and Phoenix
And then
Rising, this is before I
LAFC.
got here.
LA has two teams, but like those are the two clubs that I can see him either in LA or like New
I'm
York,
gonna go to LA.
like what I'm talking about with about Ronaldo. But Messi coming to the MLS after if it gets finalized, genuinely he saved the MLS.
People downplay taxes and how a lot of these players will pick where they go. Like if you think about it, it's a miracle.
It's a
States,
business.
it's yeah, but also it's a
Business.
miracle. Like states, like California, like has 2, 3 of the most successful like franchises or like the biggest
And it's
have all
heavy.
the stars because they're taxed so heavy and like the players really want to play there. Like if I was a player, even when you daydream about what you would do if you had whatever,
Yeah.
like even daydreaming, I used to think, man, I couldn't play for LA, man. I get that contract, 90% of it go to the fucking state. I said, send me to Texas. Where's Coach Pop? Send me to Dallas, bro.
New York is the worst.
Send me to Miami, bro. I'm not going to first of all, I'm not playing in New York because the city's garbage. It gets on my nerves.
Nah.
Right? It's just I can't live that lifestyle. I need roads. I need to be able to park. I need to be able to move around freely.
Love the city. Love the city.
Right? I get claustrophobic.
Yeah, but
I can't do that.
I met baseball players where they will. I'll tell them what is the worst state to play in. They said New York. He's like pretty much when they play in New York, it's like playing for free. It's all going to taxes.
And the fans are childish. I feel
No,
New York fans are kind of trash.
No.
They're childish.
They were just passionate. We're just passionate.
Okay, cool. Anywho, well, speaking of New York, let's get this out the way, man. I feel so bad for them New Yorkers.
For the
Yeah, with all the
wildfire.
fires and everything, I saw all that, and I have a friend who, literally went to New York this week, but already had the flight booked like way before,
Yeah.
and I don't know I need to check up on her because I don't know how she's dealing over there.
Well, I dealt with this a couple of years ago when I wwent to San Francisco because they
Mhm.
had the same issue, and it is not a pretty scene to be in there because you like bro like it's very dark and it looks like it's just hell, and you're breathing heavy. You're wearing
And
a
it looks like a
mask.
horror film.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you remember when they did that?
Bro, when that happened a couple years ago in San Francisco, remember the wildfire that everybody was freaking out? I was in San Francisco, and when I tell you like shit would be falling, and you just sitting there like, what the fuck is this? Like,
It's like those horror films when you see like the ash after a nuclear bomb.
dude,
Or,
it's so bad.
did you see? I assume you watched like the Justice League, the shitty one, right? Remember the Bat Night? Was it the
Yeah,
Justice League? The Bat Nightmare?
Yeah, yeah.
That's literally what New York looks like.
Yeah.
It's got that yellowy, hazy filter over it. It looks like the Bat Nightmare from Justice League. So shit. Yeah, I feel bad for all you New Yorkers. There's actually a product I have to recommend for you guys. This
Is it the Dyson?
Yes, it was made fun of all year by like reviewers until now. Now
people
they
that
have
have
an
it,
actual scenario where
they can use
the
it.
Dyson headphones. So for you guys who don't know,
They're
Dyson,
$1,000 though.
I think they're almost $1,000. I don't think they're actually $1,000.
I know, but I'm just saying like that's
Like
crazy.
8 something.
Yeah, I seen a girl wear it in New York. She's like, now who's laughing now?
But so for you guys who are listening and don't know, Dyson has a reputation of making like random shit, right? Kind of like Porsche's design, they just make random shit and include it into their products. So they have the ugh, they have this headphone slash air purifier unit, right? So it's a really nice looking headphone, steel and all that stuff, but attached is this air purifier mask on it. And tech reviewers have been making fun of it all year, calling it useless. They're like, it doesn't really help with COVID either. It's not the same as an N95 mask. You know, where do you live where the air quality is so poor? Yada, yada, yada. Well, there's two places you can live: Shanghai and now New York, where and most of Canada, where the air quality is so
It's
poor.
bad.
So if you have Amazon, this is probably the time to get up and order that
Oh no, they probably doubled the price
purifier.
now.
I don't think they would double that. I think they would offer discounts.
No,
PR wise, marketing wise, it would make more sense. Like 20% discount to all
up
those in
that
New
shit.
York.
But the New Yorkers, motherfucker, pay. They got money.
Yo, New Yorkers are stubborn. New Yorkers will suffer before they pay more money, and you
Yeah.
know that. It's
What
not a
if
good marketing.
watch New York gonna sue Canada?
I don't think they can, but
Yeah.
it would be pretty funny if they did.
Yeah.
So yeah, go check out that Dyson air purifier.
crazy,
I
yeah.
think it's kind of the perfect timing that Dyson released that shit. If you're in a shitty air quality state.
They're fucking horrible.
So yeah, we went with Messi. The Champions League final just wrapped up.
Yep.
You watched it, didn't you?
Yep.
Go ahead, summarize that shit because I did not.
What do you? I mean, it was expected Man City is gonna win. They're just so good. They're too good. Everybody, the way they play the game, it's like they're just having fun with it. So it wasn't. I was expecting like 2-0, 3, but I mean it's a Champions League, so they scored in the 69th minute. End of the game. Like you can just tell the game was over after that. Yeah.
It is what it is. They were like 69th minute and the game was done. 69?
69 minute they scored the goal. You can just tell like that's it. In no way the other team is gonna score on Man City.
They were that dominant all game.
Bro, Man City has just been dominant all.
No, I know they were, but like you're watching the game, you literally thought at 69 minutes like this game is done. Let's have a great day.
That's it. I was just like one goal and it ends it.
Hey, congrats to Man
I should have
City.
put money on them, but it was okay.
You probably wouldn't have made anything.
No, because like I said, they scored in the 69th minute. So I think when I was when I checked the odds, it was like I think 10 minutes in the second half, they were like plus 160.
Speaking of betting, did you see that dude who bet on the first basket, Bam Adebayo?
Yeah.
$808. First basket, Bam Adebayo layup, 25 grand. I don't care how rich I am. I don't have the balls to
Because he
put
did that twice in a game. That's why he did it in the first game. He was the first one to score, and then they said that he was gonna be. So like it wasn't like he just picked it randomly.
I know, but still, like I don't have the gut. 800. What? 808. What a weird number.
Maybe that's his credit that he got.
Oh, maybe that's like his leftover. Like this, like he won something. That's how much he had left over. He said, "You know what? Let me just put all in. Let's do this." 25 grand.
What's it called? What was it? Fuck, what was it? In baseball, you can put what is going to be the first pitch, strike, foul, and somebody put $1,000 on a strike.
That sounds better. What are the options?
What do you mean?
In baseball, what are the options for the first pitch? Is it strike, foul, what?
Yeah, strike, foul, and ball.
1 in 3, not bad odds.
Dude, but it's always like plus 500 plus.
But first basket, it could be a layup, could be a 3. You have 10 players on the court, right? Last minute, the coach might be like, "I'm changing the rotation. This player's not starting." Like, there's so many different variables for you to have the confidence to put first basket. I might do like first basket, either 3 or free throw, and this team. That's it. Yeah. Those are the only situations like I would bet like a first basket, but I don't have the guts to put $808. I don't care how rich I am.
Dude, that's what a come up, man. What a come up.
Good for them. I saw the lottery put them like $2 on that.
Imagine like usually like when we make our parlays, we're stressing the whole game. This guy was stressing the first minute. Like that's it, first minute. So if he lost the $800, his mood is ruined for the whole game.
Okay. Question for sports: is there any sport that currently isn't like on? Let's just pick like FanDuel or something, right? Yeah. Is there any sport that's currently not on FanDuel that you'd want to see for sports betting?
Slap boxing.
I don't even know the rules. It just looks hilarious. What's the powder for?
It's just whoever gets knocked out first.
No, the powder. What's the powder? like they put on their hands
Oh, honestly, I don't know what that does. Maybe it's just
for friction. I don't know.
I don't know, friction, or make sure that I can't even tell
Oh
you.
yeah, sure. Let me get some
But
good skincare
but I
tips as I
mean, like,
slap the shit out of this
but yeah,
person.
but what I think the odds are, like, it's. I think for me, the strategy is like you have to slap first, because if you slap him, so now he's little. Let's say he's still standing, but he doesn't have that much power to slap you back. I think that's the strategy. Whoever goes first has most likely to win.
I want to start. I want to start seeing betting on like high school stuff. I want to
No,
start
no,
seeing
no.
betting
That's
on.
easily to be corrupted. That's easily
No,
to
no,
be corrupted.
no. Hear me out. I want people to start betting on like test scores and shit.
No, that's
Like
dumb.
this person, this school is gonna have the highest average test
Bro,
score.
that is so
This
corny.
person gonna have
What?
this
Who?
basketball team in this region is gonna have this. I want to start seeing more
That's corny.
basketball shit.
No, if you can do basketball, I mean high school sports, easily, I will corrupt it myself.
How are you gonna corrupt it?
If I was a high school coach, I'll put the money against us, and I'd be like, hey man, come here. Here,
Oh,
mister.
but you just have the same rules. Like, oh, you can't bet on your own.
They don't have that much power to search every high school
We're
coach.
talking hypothetically, Assam. We're not
Yeah.
serious. But I would love to see high school kids be able to make money too.
No, not really. Fuck
I
that.
want to see high school kids get like sponsorships. I want to see them make money. Bro, can you
They do get
imagine
sponsored.
imagine it but like proper money. Imagine at like 16 you're able to get like proper
You
compensated for stuff like
you
that.
would never go pro because you'd be like, I'm already like your ego would be way out the window. Imagine you're 16 years old, you're getting a $2,000 check.
Shit, good by me.
You're
And
not
make
gonna
sure parents aren't allowed to spend it either. So you
you're,
get the 6,000, but you can't touch it
you're
till
not
you're
gonna have the
18.
same motivation to make it out. You just be like, oh, I'm good.
Hey, money is this is America, baby. I'm
Yeah,
16. If I'm paying taxes, I can make my own money. Don't talk to me.
that's true. Actually,
If you take tax money from me at 16, I can make my own money. Don't talk to me.
that's true. That's
So yeah, screw that.
true.
Yeah. So that was sport. Did we say anything in sports? We're still waiting on Shannon to finish up and wrap up and go.
And that's it.
A lot of people retired this year. Zlatan is gone. What's his name?
That was sad to see.
Carmelo retired.
Nah, Zlatan is bigger than anything, man. It was kind of dope because they put God by, like, as a goodbye, but they put God by because he's always saying he's the god of soccer, and he's hilarious. Like, Zlatan will definitely be missed. I don't think he's gonna stay away from the sport. He might be. I don't know. He might end up being a coach somewhere or
Yeah, he
a
might do some stuff.
broadcaster, but he's absolutely missed. Like, if you ever want to like laugh, go watch Zlatan highlights and interviews.
I don't think he can be in the media, bro. I can't take
He's
him
just hilarious,
seriously.
bro. No, he's just. He'd be really funny.
That motherfucker will get canceled in like 2
But
minutes.
I would love to him to have his own, like, a little segment where he talks about stories, like untold stories about the stuff that he had to go through. But for him to play this long, man, it's like he's absolutely a fucking legend, man. Zlatan will always be one of my favorite players.
Good for him. I don't know. You say congratulations or rest in peace. I don't know what you say to somebody when they retire.
Hey, thanks for the memories.
I don't watch football, so thanks for somebody's memories. So,
Have you ever heard the joke about him and LeBron?
no.
Okay, so Zlatan came in to play for LA Galaxy
Uh huh.
a couple years ago, which is a big
I
thing.
remember that.
And LeBron, I think, was only like 1 year in the Lakers. So
2019 he came.
something like that, yeah. So it was a huge thing. Zlatan played for the LA Galaxy. First game was amazing. LeBron sends him a jersey, a LeBron jersey, Lakers, and he goes, "Welcome to LA," and whatever. Like, hey, like now there's two kings in LA, whatever. Zlatan signed the LeBron jersey and sent it back to him, and he's like, "No, the king is here." Like, that's so cold, bro.
Dude, what the
He sent his
fuck?
own jersey back signed. He goes, "Here." LeBron sends him a Lakers jersey. Zlatan sends it back, but with his signature. Bro, you cannot fuck with that. That is so hard. That's how cool he is.
Yo, the fucking ego, of this guy. I love it.
It's not ego. It's Zlatan, bro. If you understand, you'll understand.
I get it. It's just funny. But
Anyways, what you got next?
yeah. Anywho, there's some things that just better conveyed. Anyway, so what were we saying? We're talking about Zlatan.
Yeah, we're done.
He's retired. Mellows. Chris Paul got waived.
Why are you surprised?
I'm surprised he got waived. I was expecting getting traded.
Bro, he's not worth nothing.
I was expecting getting
are they
traded.
gonna
Some
get?
people think they might. Some teams they'll waive him and then re-sign him because they don't like the deal or they want to redo the deal. And he's like, I'll re-sign for here,
Bro,
but
you can't even get a water boy for that bum.
That's a bit cruel. I wouldn't go that far for Chris Paul. Definitely, he's in his decline years. He's in his veteran minimum years, or
Bum.
he should be the team veteran. He should be like mentoring people on a team. I wouldn't have him like
No,
starting,
no,
but
he thinks that he's still an all star, like an all star.
yeah.
But I hated him.
He's injury prone. He's tiny. He's not that athletic, right? It's like what are you going to do with him?
Did you hear about him talking about how his kids are getting made fun of at school, saying your daddy ain't got no ring?
And you're an athlete. Like this is the life you choose. I don't feel
Well,
sorry for athlete. I don't feel sorry for athletes when these things happen to them. I do feel sorry for the kids, but not the athlete because my guy, this is the life you chose. Like this is what
you
happens.
were in the
Like,
NBA finals and you were talking all this shit. No, take that back a couple of weeks before. You win the Western Conference and you have a little parade in Phoenix. And everybody's like, what the fuck y'all doing? Like
mm.
he's sitting on top of the car and holding a trophy and he's like waving like, oh, we're gonna go to the NBA finals win. You got your ass kicked. And you're saying, oh,
Well,
like,
they
bro,
lost. They didn't get their ass kicked. It
they
was like a 6 game series. They didn't get their ass kicked.
they got their ass kicked.
They lost.
Okay, and he didn't do shit in the NBA finals. He choked. The only one that was trying to actually win this
Oh,
was Booker at that time.
he had like 1 or 2 good games, a couple good
Bro, he was
plays.
a
No,
he
he
was
didn't
a
choke.
bum.
He didn't choke. By the time they needed Chris Paul to do something, the game was done. The series was done. My bad. But it was a 6 game series. That's not an ass whooping. You just lost. All right, we'll call it a day. An ass whooping is 5 or lower. 5 or lower, you got that ass whooped. Like our Lakers got that ass whooped. It was 5 or lower.
Son, it was Suns against fucking Giannis. That's all it was.
Right. But yeah. So that's sad. I got nothing else.
Speaking of Giannis, that was funny. I just put a Giannis jersey on for the first time last episode, and
Mhm.
somebody thought we were from Milwaukee.
Oh, I saw that on YouTube.
Yeah,
I responded. I was like, no, bro, we're from Phoenix.
I was like, I just put one Bucks jersey on, and he was like, "Is this from Milwaukee?" My brother was telling me about it, and he was laughing.
Um, Zion, speaking of which, got in trouble. Well, I don't know in trouble, but why are people so hyped about
Him
him?
sleeping with that porn star
He was living with that porn star.
because he was talking like a simp.
Okay, so but Steve, some people they were like, "Oh, you're distracted from the game, all that." Like, come on, 99.999% of these athletes, married or unmarried, like y'all are everybody left and right.
Yeah,
Like, let's not like who cares? And apparently, uh, the girlfriend, who's the porn star, not the regular like quiet girlfriend, she was the one like she's like helping him get it together.
no, she
Like
was in love with him.
but also like in terms of how like they acted, apparently she was like she helped him get his shit together. The
Yeah,
other one is just like indulging his bullshit. This one is she doing like media training, keeping him on the low, keeping him quiet, all that crap.
yeah.
When I read all that, or like when I heard people talking about that, I said, man.
Well, she wants to make sure that she's set for life.
But also, shit. What did they say on Gilbert's show? That she's at the top of her field. You want to make sure he's at the top of his.
Best believe she is. But yeah, but she took pictures of the messages they sent her on Snapchat, and yeah, he talks very goofy.
He gives me I have no game. When
Yeah,
everything's been handed to you like that in life,
but
like
he's
you
still a
have
kid, bro. He's still a kid.
he's like 21?
Yeah,
No, he's like 23.
but apparently there's an old interview when they ask him like, "Why do you love Dallas?" And he was like, "Oh, Dallas is just amazing." He's like, "I'm not talking about playing there." And then it was Brandon Ingram. He's like, "Why do you like Dallas, huh? Tell us, tell us." And he was like kind of like laughing at him because they knew, and apparently like she lives in Texas. That's why he loves Dallas.
Oh. Well, good for him. Good for you, Zion. When you got doing nothing with that bum foot,
Mhm.
all right,
Yeah.
you're good to go. But yeah, let's move on from sports because it's getting gossip
Yeah.
vibes now. You have some entertainment. You watched a movie that apparently you were not feeling.
No, I just watched the new Transformers. I gave it like 7 out of 10, to be honest with you. I think the fighting scenes with the Autobots and everything was sick. I'm not gonna lie, it was fire. I just think the storyline with the humans, it was kind of a little corny. They're trying to make it a little more dramatic, but overall, I give it a 7 out of 10. I do recommend watching it because like this explains it before, excuse me, before the whole like the Shia LaBeouf Transformers, all that. Because this takes it in '94, and this explains how they got stuck in the Earth. The Transformers.
Not Optimus, because didn't Shia LaBeouf they showed up in the movie, didn't they? Optimus Prime and them, didn't they show up during in the first movie? Like they landed from space? Is this like Transformers before Optimus and Bumblebee?
Maybe they're restarting over because you know what, I remember that scene
Yeah, weren't there
because
like
this one takes
asteroids and shit?
because this one takes in the year '94 in New York, so it's kind of dope because it has a lot of like hip hop culture segments and like
Tupac was still alive.
no, they mentioned it was New York, so it was all
Oh.
big. It was all Biggie, Wu Tang, Trap Called Quest. It was sick too because like the kids like wearing a Power Ranger shirt, like the original Mighty Morphins. So it was kind of dope. But I mean, like the story, like I said, the storyline between the brother and the little brother was kind of like corny. But overall, like the Transformers, Optimus Prime, all that was fire. Bumblebee is so sick, and it's a continue on from the Bumblebee movie. I don't know if you watched the Bumblebee movie.
No.
Okay, so this is a continue on from it.
Okay.
It was really good. But I gave it
So
7 out of 10 because the story, like I said, the storyline.
if I wanted to get caught up, do I have to watch all three of the Transformers
No,
and
because
then and Bumblebee, or just Transformers one, Bumblebee, and then this?
no, just Bumblebee and this Transformers.
Okay.
That's it.
I like the Transformers. I like the
Not
Transformers
even the ones
series.
with Mark Wahlberg and all that stuff. Like these ones
No,
are
no, no. I'm not
for
going that far. Those are trash.
no, just no. I think this is a new storyline, like a new chapter.
Man, I miss Shia.
That was the best Transformers. Was shy.
I don't know why Shia LaBeouf isn't in, because he was in 1 and 2, right? And I don't understand why he's not in more stuff anymore. Because he's a good actor, but also he's like funny.
No, bro, he went through so much, bro.
I know he's been through. I know that he's been through so much, but
No,
isn't he
like
supposed to be better now?
no, I'm talking about like dude. He has like childhood trauma. He didn't even want to be an actor. His dad forced him, and he went through a lot of shit, especially how Hollywood fucks you over.
Yeah.
And then now he's just found God. And now he's just helping people that he does teach
Wait,
an
is he
acting
religious
class.
now?
Yeah, he's
Ew.
with the Catholic with the Catholic Church. Like he's genuinely like is always spending time there learning about Catholicism. No man, he's really fixing his life up. But he does he does have an acting class that he teaches in L.A. But I mean, like he doesn't need to make movies, bro.
It's fair. Good for him.
Genuinely doesn't need to make like
I
well
remember the
off.
first thing I watched him in was. Do you remember
Even Stevens.
Holes?
Holes,
Holes, the
yes.
Disney movie. That was the first
Yes.
thing I saw when they dug up
Dig it up, dig
that goop
it
or
up.
whatever it was called.
Zero.
What was the name for the jam, the rotten onion jam that they made that was super good?
I was at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Was it? What was it called? I'm pretty
I
sure it
don't
was
know.
like Goops Loop, something like that.
Yeah.
Something corny like that.
It was like dig it up, dig it up.
That was basically child labor and slavery. That whole movie.
That was yeah.
That was just child labor and slavery. This is how the establishment
But it
teaches
was a
you.
great movie.
It was how the establishment brainwashes you into working for
Yeah.
the man. But that said, I started getting caught up on the boys.
Great show.
I'm still obsessed about upset about Demon Slayer. Still upset about Demon Slayer, so I don't have the energy to watch that one.
Mm.
And then one of my favorite shows, Good Omens, got renewed for season 2, which comes out in July. Comes out in July, so that's gonna be pretty fun. I'm just rewatching season 1. I think I talked to you about it, but I don't know if you'll like it.
What?
The Good Omens. It's on Amazon Prime.
Mm.
It was that show about the angel and the
No,
demon.
you told me about it. You
Yeah.
told me about it. You
So
told me about it.
anyway, the way it ended was pretty fucking funny and fucked up. But they have a season. They have a season 2, and it's gonna involve Gabriel, who does show up in season 1. But I guess he goes through an identity crisis in the trailer I saw, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be funny."
Nope.
You can't watch that. It's against your. Bro, they're gonna hear that on the mic, dude. Slurping up that
I was doing it.
fucking Dutch bros.
I was like,
Yeah.
I love Dutch.
Is that against your identity? You can't watch shows that make fun of angels and demons and all that sort of stuff?
No, I mean it just has to be good. Like I remember when I was telling people that I watched the Da Vinci Code, they're like, "Oh, you can't." And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "It's a great movie. Tom Hanks killed it."
I like this one because it's not preachy. It's not preachy. It's not trying to teach you anything. It's
Yeah.
just supposed to be like a little bit of comedy.
Mine's just like, whatever.
My favorite episode is I think it's episode 2, where they go back from like the beginning of time and just show you like how the angel and the demon became like frenemies, I guess. And when they get to like Noah's Ark,
Yeah.
fucking best fucking scene. He's talking about the unicorns running away.
Oh Lord.
Oh, you just got one. It's all right.
I just saw a meme the other day, and it was like 2 lions, like lion cubs. They were waiting at the water, and he's like, "Yeah, he told me to bring a partner, but he's not here."
Oh, the
Yeah.
lions waiting at the sea.
Yeah. I saw that. He's like, we told him to bring a partner, but yo, where is he
It's
at?
like, we're in the Pacific.
Yeah,
Wrong one. I
that's
saw that. Oh, speaking of oceans, you see that Egyptian dude who got chewed up by the shark?
yeah. I couldn't watch it all the way, but
I
that's
watched it
tough
all
to
the way.
watch.
It was fucked up.
That was tough.
Because there was a moment where he broke free. So, guys, for context, there's a video circulating the internet of an Egyptian guy, or sorry, a Russian dude in Egypt swimming in like the ocean, like on the beach, and he got attacked by a shark. Now, he was in the like you'll see parts like the fight, and you'll see like
His
red
legs.
water spray in the
Yeah.
air, and then there's a moment where he breaks free and he starts like swimming to shore, and then gets him again, and I'm like, oh fuck. Like that was pretty messed up.
It's tough, but then also like, why are you swimming that far in a country that you're visiting, and there's not like
Well, I don't think it was that far.
it was far, dude. It does. It might not seem like, but it was far. And two, and also it's like those countries don't have like boats going out with scanning the water to make sure there's like a shark attack coming in or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, you don't really have sharks. Sharks get spotted. Like I remember when I was in Sydney.
No, but usually like in other beaches, like there'll be a boat far away scanning, like using to make sure like,
That's
hey,
true.
if there's a shark attack, they'll notify
But
you.
every now and then, now, so one of them's gonna slip through. You know, you're not gonna get all of them. But when I was in Sydney,
Yeah, but what
like
are the odds of that getting that close to the shore, bro?
it's depending on the shark, not that odd,
No.
right? Wait,
It's just like
for the audio listeners, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the reason, if you guys hearing me gaps like and talking, where I'm like, because there's this lady who comes here with like her iPad and shit, and she's been doing it. She met us once. She's been doing it more and more consistently, and now I'm super convinced she's making all these noises and dragging the chairs and shit on purpose. I feel like she's trying to be passive aggressive. I don't trust. I don't trust elderly white women. I'm sorry. If you over 50 and you white ladies, I don't trust y'all, especially with the new wave of the Karen thing, because she's giving passive aggressive vibes, and I don't like it. You see, like she knows we were recording. Why are you dragging these chairs aggressively and slamming the iPad? You saw that shit, right? Luckily the mics are really good, and you know once I do the editing later, like I'm able to.
I think when people do that, like especially with the other guy too, I think they just want a reaction, and the fact we don't give it to them, it bothers them more. Because these type of people, they're bored, they have nobody to talk to.
Why does she come here every time? Specific, she knows exactly, and she doesn't do anything but sit on that iPad a little bit, whatever, and then she leaves. Like now she's outside on the phone. She's gonna come back. She looks like what's her name? She looks like Ann Coulter. If you guys know, like she looks like Ann Coulter. That's the vibe she's giving, and it's
let's go.
very passive aggressive. So yeah, if you guys hear any gaps, oh, she's coming back. 3,
Yeah,
2,
who
1.
gives a fuck?
So yeah, back to the shark. Back to the shark. Eating that poor Russian boy on the beach. Like you're on summer vacation, you're getting chewed up by that poor shark. So rest in peace, my guy. That's messed up.
Oh yeah, he's gonna see that. Rest in peace, my guy.
No, nobody. I hope we get big enough his family sees this. But you know, rest in peace, my guy. I hope your family find peace. And yeah, that's for entertainment. There's really not much going on. I've had such a hectic work week that I haven't had time or energy to go do any of that. So watching anything except for just sitting on TV like at home after work. But I promise you guys, I'm gonna say this. I promise you by next episode, I will have a long entertainment list. I will watch The Little Mermaid. I will watch the first Spider-Man movie. I will watch the second one. Those 3 things I can promise you I will 100% do.
You gotta watch those for sure, man.
Yeah, so we can come and talk about them. Yeah. But I'm thinking, what else happened in entertainment? You see your girl Selena sitting courtside at the football field.
Bro, I'm glad you mentioned that.
Talking to those soccer players.
She was sitting in the courtside and she was like, I'm single. If I was playing that soccer game, bro, I would have stopped everything in my power. And I would have walked up to her and I'd be like, me too.
I wouldn't have thought it was Selena. I would have been like, oh, some random Mexican girl sitting next to us.
That just shows it. Yeah, but what's it called? No,
she doesn't look distinct. She looks.
But a lot of videos are coming up of her like just just chilling with like random crowd and like she's just vibing. I think she just wants to have a normal life, man. What she deserves.
Avoid Selena. She will take your kidney. She will take your heart. She will take your kidney, and then the media will hate you afterwards, no matter how it went down.
Nah,
whether it was her fault or his fault.
I would never, dude.
There are some of these super beloved celebrities that no matter how the breakup happens, it will be your fault. You will be the monster, and they will tear you apart.
That's fine. That's
example. Selena Gomez, Beyonce, Taylor Swift. What's that other one? Shit, Ryan. I don't know. Not Ryan. What's the other one? The Weeknd. Any of these artists where the breakup happens. Shit, Ed Sheeran. What's the other one? Well, not Ed. Adele's another example.
Oh, dude.
Adele could cheat on you, beat your mom,
And
and
drop
it's
an
still your
album
fault. And it's still your fault in the breakup,
and be the victim.
right?
Nah.
She's gonna put out album called 33, and she's gonna make
Well,
quadruple platinum.
apparently Adele's new album is gonna be crazy.
I'm sure it's got heartbreak in it.
Yeah,
Didn't
yeah,
I
yeah.
tell you when she lost weight, nobody wanted to see that shit? I don't want to see you happy. I want
No.
to see you miserable, chunky, and singing about it.
Apparently, her new album is gonna be her talking to her kids about what happened.
Oh, boo, boo. We don't want growth.
That's crazy.
So yeah, avoid Selena, avoid Taylor, avoid the weekend. Don't break
Yeah.
up with these people because if they do, it will always be your fault.
Yeah,
And you will
literally.
lose a kidney with Selena. She's gonna
Yeah.
take your kidney like them Turkish dudes on holiday. You go for a BBL in Turkey, you come back with one less kidney.
You come back with one less kidney.
All right.
You're gonna
So
need Liam to go find you. I will find you.
so wait, what was I gonna do? I was gonna do tech. Oh my god, I almost forgot.
Oh, the
Oh yeah, WWDC came out, so which is the Worldwide Developer Conference that Apple holds, and a lot of hardware this time. Not usually. We usually just get like software, a new version of iOS or
Yeah.
iPad OS.
I mean, the new features on the iPhone is kind of dope. I would been waiting for the voicemail message left because you can't send a video back.
Mhm.
So now for the fact that you can leave a a FaceTime voicemail, that's kind of dope, and you can also see it. Then you can hear it while they're doing it. Actually, like you can see you can hear the voicemail.
Oh, that's cool.
Apparently that's gonna be one of the features. But screw all that. Let's talk about that's the VR set.
I think it's XR or something because it's
But
it's a
$4,000,
mixture. It's a mixture.
$4,000.
3.5.
No,
35
well, the 35. Okay, with the warranty.
with tax. Just the warranty. 3,500 with tax. That's already like 3,800,
We're
3,800.
talking 4Gs.
Yeah, so you're basically spending $4,000 after taxes,
Because
depending on where you
you're
are.
not just gonna get you're gonna get the other stuff that probably comes with it.
I'm not getting any of that, but
4Gs.
what did I tell you last week? I saw him start selling the feet pics because you're not gonna be able to afford it.
4Gs.
You said last week that's just gonna be 1,000. I said nah, probably like $899. We were both way off.
Bro, when I logged in on Instagram and I saw it and I was like, $4,000, like they lost their fucking mind.
So I understand why it's $4,000, right?
What is that?
When you look at all the features, first of all, it gives you AR and VR.
Yeah.
And when you look at all the competition and what they offer, it definitely does, compared to the competition, everything, it definitely does offer $4,000 worth of stuff. That doesn't mean $4,000 is not a lot. It definitely offers that value in feature set.
I'm interested
because
how
it's so far ahead, yeah, Islam, what anything else offers.
yeah, that's the part that creeped me out was that you can move everything the apps with just your hand, and I'm like, where is the sensors?
Oh yeah, hand tracking. Yeah.
Like that's so crazy, the sensors of it.
Yeah,
But
combination of infrared and cameras.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
But
It's,
yeah, it's I think it's dope because especially with the Zoom meetings.
mhm.
But the thing is that with the Zoom meetings, how can they see you? Which they won't be able
So
to.
it scans. It creates an avatar. It creates an avatar. It scans you and creates an avatar.
Yeah.
Right, and that avatar then it'll.
That's what they see. That avatar.
Yeah, that avatar is what they see.
Okay, that's what I'm
Right, so
saying.
you're not looking at you yourself. Apparently, avatars is like super realistic, but like super accurate.
Yeah.
But it just does the scan of the avatar. It solves so many problems in the AR in the virtual reality world because a
Yeah.
lot of companies have fallen into the trap of I'm just going to offer either virtual reality, I'm going to bet my money on just virtual, and I'm going to bet my money on just augmented. And Apple was like, I don't see why we just can't do both in one headset.
Yeah, but I like how you can connect with your friends. You can go like as I watch movies. You can like share things and
Yeah, like you
FaceTime.
said, all the things you said you could do, you wanted to do last week, like it showed up.
No,
And I think like the coolest thing is the eye tracking, first of all, but how it has a screen. This is how overkill Apple done this. Apple has a reputation of just of waiting for things to come out. They don't really. Apple rarely, believe it or not, like innovates. Apple, when something new comes out, they will watch you guys fuck up and try and everything, and they'll sit in the background fixing all your problems as they come up, and then they'll release it.
Yeah.
Right. The eye track, that when they put that second screen on the outside just to make you look less scary to people, and you can see and people can see your eyes like when you're talking to them and stuff. I was like, dude, this is genius. This puts the human aspect back into AR VR. The thing that we're most worried about is losing that humanity, losing that connection. They're like, no, why can't we just see your eyes? Like think about that, a dedicated screen just to see your eyes.
Yeah.
There's nothing else.
No,
Just so you can, so
but what I
strangers
think
can
that
see
was
your
fire
eyes.
though, because like all the apps that you have on your phone is gonna be there. So like the fact that like you can click on Netflix and zoom it and make it like a movie theater, and you're in your room.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, and then the fact that you can still see your room,
Yeah,
you can still see what's going on.
augmented reality.
Yeah, so I love that.
So
But
I,
4 grand, I
so
think I'm gonna call. I'm gonna. This is my guess. I think it's gonna flop because of the price. I don't think it's gonna sell as much as it is,
ah,
and I think they're gonna drop it down to like 2,300 by the holiday.
well, first of all, it doesn't come out till next year anyway, right?
No, they said it.
2024.
No, because when I was watching, they were saying anything you order arrives by next week.
No,
That's
20,
only for the laptops, then.
no, it's just the laptops. The AR is not due to come out until next year.
Four
I think they
grand.
take like pre-orders either now or next. I don't know, but it's not coming out till next year.
So we haven't. I have enough time to make up 4Gs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How many feet pics is that a week?
I don't know, dude. But imagine if I walk in the Apple store with 4Gs, but like, let me get the VR set, bro. I would smack myself. I would. I would. I'm not spending 4Gs on no fucking
4Gs?
VR, bro. You got lost your fucking money. You gotta drop that price down.
So what will happen? And I know this is typically how products go. They're going to set up that 4G. They're going to set up a huge thing, and later that same year,
Yeah,
they will get a featured down like version.
like a $2,200.
Yeah, kind of like, so if you imagine it, because what is it, VR Pro or whatever?
Yeah.
They're gonna do like a VR XR Air. You get what I
Or
mean? They're gonna do like
you-
the virtual reality Air version
because
of
you know how
that.
Apple has Apple. You know how Apple have their own credit card.
Yeah, Apple
Yeah.
Pay.
I no, yeah, like you can get your Apple credit card. I think there was with forgot what bank it was with.
Mastercard.
No, it was Scotia something. It's a big investment bank, but I think what they can do is payment plans, installment plans.
Well, yeah, you could always do installment plans.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do an installment plan on $4,000?
For VR, they lost their fucking mind. Bro, even if I had like 10 G's to throw around, I'm not dropping 4 grand in a fucking VR.
I wouldn't do it on like generation 1.
Yeah. No, I would wait till like generation 2 because that's when they have more features. Yeah.
قحبك السمك. تقعد تحكي في التليفون اليوم كله.
خلاص خليها.
Anyway,
Yeah.
salab. Anyway, so let's go back. Where were we at? So then, what else did they release? So they released the 15-inch MacBook Air,
Yes.
which about time. Everybody's been waiting for that.
Yeah.
It's literally the same, just 15-inch.
Yeah.
What is it? $12.99.
It's up there.
It starts at $12.99. There's the 13-inch, which is $11.99 or $10.99 or
The
whatever.
desktop one was expensive too.
Oh, the Mac Pro. Funny you should ask, because the Mac Pro is something that all tech enthusiasts have been waiting for. Do you know the difference between like the Mac Pro and the others? The only difference is that it's modular and expandable, right? So the old Mac Pro, believe it or not, used to start at like 10 grand or something, but you could spec it up all the way to 50 grand because it is overkill.
Yeah.
Everything it had, PCI slots, afterburner slots, could go to like a trillion terabytes in space, right? It's overkill on every level, and it's designed for a way more professional person than you and I.
Yeah.
Right. This one, because Apple Silicon is so good, and I also think they priced it down because they knew it doesn't have Apple Silicon doesn't have the extreme support yet for them to really justify the 50 grand fully spec'd. I think this is like 12 grand fully spec'd, starts at 7. You could go, I think, up to like 20 or something, like a little bit higher with all the, Final Cut and all those add-ons, but it's like 12 grand. And they just kept the same form factor, everything, because that's all people want. And the only difference is that it's just expandable. So the base, when you buy it, it has the same specs as like the Mac Studio, the desktop, with the M2 Ultra chips, which is basically two M2 Maxes like fused together. And it is definitely, if you're a creator and you have money to throw around and want to never need to actually buy a new computer, just buy, new PCI slots and cards and all that sort of stuff,
Just build up.
I would probably drop the money on that. But the key difference between this version of the Ultra chipset and the previous Ultra chipset is that before, so I told you it's two Maxes fused together, two M2 Max chips fused together. I know you're like, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Fucking lost.
The M2 is as Apple's chip, right? Apple's in-house silicone. Then they have the regular M2, the M2 Pro, the M2 Max, and then the M2 Ultra.
That's too fucking much.
It isn't. The M2 Ultra are basically two Maxes stuck together. Before, on previous generation, what the M1 Ultra was it didn't offer you 2 times performance. It just lets you do the same, like double. It just doubled the amount of tasks you can
Yeah.
do. The M2 Ultra, because now they've optimized the hardware, so now it actually works at like 1.8 or 1.9 times. So now
Yeah.
this one actually gives you the 2 times performance. So it
Yeah.
puts that effort into not working parallel, but working to combine that processing
Oh,
power.
okay.
So now the M2 Ultra is a different like theory from like the Max, the M1 Ultra. That's the key difference, and that's why it'll make more sense to start to do it. It makes more sense to release it on this version than last year's,
Okay.
because last year's they're gonna be like, what am I supposed to do with like double my work capacity?
Yeah.
I don't need to double my work capacity. I need more processing power.
Mhm.
The M1 Ultra couldn't do that. So when people were like worried they're gonna drop this computer, they drop this whole line, I'm glad they didn't. They didn't. I'm never gonna buy one. Never gonna be able to afford one. Hopefully, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, good shit. People were losing their mind. Do
That's
you
not
have
bad.
any questions about any of those products?
No, I still can't believe it's $4,000.
$4,000 for the VR. I want
Yeah.
one. I'm telling you, I want one, and I'm gonna get me like the base
Do you think they'll
iPhone.
have one at the Apple Store to test out?
At some point, yes. When you get closer, they'll probably have like a demonstration.
Then I'll just do it there. I'll just do it there.
We're just gonna go with
I'll just
and record
no, like
Lost in the Desert
the-
episode.
no, just but like be
72.
very like just not like I say rude, just be like very odd. Where like I would like, hey, can I try? And they'd be like, yeah, and just play a movie and just don't take it off. Till they
Okay.
try to touch you, but they're like, "Hey, don't touch me! I'm still watching a movie."
Still watch
just
it.
like, just watch the whole Avatar. Just watch the whole Avatar movie.
I don't know why I closed my eyes when I did that.
Yeah,
Just like, what am I watching today on Netflix?
yeah. Will it have location on for the VR? If I guess just in case you misplace it.
I don't. Probably.
Yeah.
I don't. Does it matter? It's a big thing. It's hard to miss.
You'd be
It's
surprised,
got a
man.
battery pack. I'm just annoyed it's got a battery pack, but I think that's the only downside. The fact that it has a battery pack and the cable and the price.
They did it on purpose because the second will be wireless, no cable.
I'm telling you, they have to trickle it
And-
down.
and-
You're gonna
and-
lose
and that
features,
one- and
but
that
you're
one-
gonna lose having to have the battery pack.
And that one you can travel with it much easier. It's more compatible. Yeah,
That's why I said it's called something pro. As soon as I saw it had pro in the name, I said, bet they're gonna have the XR version, the non-pro versions available
Yeah.
at some point.
So I'll wait till 2025 to get mine.
No.
The 2.0 version.
When the laptop is paid off, we'll go switch
Just
straight to the
doing the
pro.
podcast with the VR.
Could you imagine watching us on VR? We're
That's-
not doing the
hey,
podcast in
hey, we
VR.
might be
We'll
up to
do a
something.
live.
We might be up to something.
You know what, guys? I figured out. We do. You know how people do like Patreon, like on Patreon, they
yeah.
have like Zoom calls and stuff. We'll
They can
have
watch us
Patreon
live.
VR. We'll have Patreon VR. We'll sit there with our avatars. We'll sit chit chat with you,
That'd be fire.
but only for the Patreon members who pay
Dude,
$50 a month. with the
we might be onto something. You might never know. You might be onto something.
the FaceTime, the FaceTime VR
Take live
people.
questions.
Exactly. But
Yeah. Speaking of questions, what questions you got for me?
some of them are pretty. So I went through Reddit, but I'm not going to read the Reddit stories because why are they 7 pages long?
No, yeah,
They're like
no,
7
I don't know where you
paragraphs.
get-
So
where you get-
I'm just gonna say I simplified them because also if I read them, I know you're not gonna pay attention to half of it. So let me
Okay,
just give you the cliff notes of one
okay,
that I read.
let's see.
Right, one that I read, the situation was, the guy gets caught cheating.
Okay,
Right, doesn't want the wife to find out
okay,
because they have like 2 kids.
I'm sorry. They're
Right.
married.
Yeah, they're married.
Okay,
They have
okay,
2 kids. He has the girlfriend,
okay,
but he doesn't want the girlfriend to find out he has a wife.
okay.
The issue is he's not trying to hide the wife from the girlfriend. He's not trying to have the girlfriend from the wife. He's trying to hide the wife from the girlfriend
He's worried
because the
about-
girlfriend is crazy.
Because he's worried about his side piece.
Yeah, he's more worried about his side piece, right? What is your advice for this brother?
Be single.
Be single. But he's got 2 kids. He's got like, well, I don't know if it's 2 or 3, but
Be single.
he's got 2 kids.
If you married and you want to go around, be single. Why are you wasting that much energy and you're stressing out? Just be single.
Okay, so
That's my
my advice for him is, first of all, get divorce papers. Only you sign it. And when the girlfriend asks you about it, say she refuses to leave me. We're stuck married. She refuses to leave me. And here, I signed. She doesn't want to
I
sign.
see what you're saying.
Right?
So you want him to keep lying and doing all that stuff. See now.
I told you give him advice. I didn't tell you I didn't
Yeah,
ask
be
for
single.
morality.
Be single.
No, my guy.
If you're in a relationship and you want to go around, just be single, man. There's no point of you wasting your stress and lying and all that stuff.
Yeah. It's like, did you ever watch? Have you ever seen like Fresh and Fit podcast
Yeah, a couple of them.
or a couple of them? I just saw on TikTok.
They always bring the dumbest bitches on that show.
They are dumb, but that's fine.
They always bring the dumbest
They do it
bitches.
on purpose because they want to.
No, because no,
You
at
want
the
to
end of
seem
the day,
like you're.
no, I would say they don't force those girls. They ask him and they come on.
I
They have
know.
the free will. The girls have the free will to do all that. But they just absolutely they're the mindset dumb. Like this one girl that recently like has been trending. I saw that she was dumb. She was married for 3 years. Loved her guy, was great to her, but he didn't want her to go to Miami, so she like left him, and she ended up going to Miami, and she started an OnlyFans. And then the guy's like, "You left a good relationship to come to Miami to be a hoe," like. And then all of a sudden she starts crying, saying, "We've been going through a lot." And I was like, "Stop playing the victim. Like, there's y'all
Well,
dumb."
hold up. The reason is just because I saw him on TikTok. I don't know if he got caught in the
Yeah,
situation, but that's what it seems. He was talking to this. He was going back and forth with this girl. She
yeah,
seems like she was part of the audience. She wasn't
yeah,
like a show, and he was on another show.
yeah.
It's the short, little dark skin one,
Okay.
right? Is he fresh or is he fit? I think he's fresh because I think they abbreviate
The
anyway.
one that is like in shape,
Yeah,
like
the
the
tiny
ex
one.
cop, the ex cop.
No, not the ex cop, the tiny one. Isn't the tall one the ex cop, the Sudani?
The
Bro, there's
Sudan
two
one,
of
yeah,
them.
yeah.
There's the tall.
The Sudani one is the ex cop.
Okay, no, this is the short
Okay,
little
okay,
black
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah,
All right, the one who looked like the inside of an M&M.
yeah. Okay,
But anyway, he was going back and forth with
I
this
don't know
girl
her.
about like open relationships and yada
Yeah,
yada yada. She's like, she's in an open relationship with her husband, and they're both in it, and they're okay. He was telling her, nah, 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 you shouldn't be in the open relationship. It's just him. So she turned it on him and was like, "You in an open relationship? You with the girlfriends?" And he realized that he had said something dumb and was like, you can see the
yeah.
look on his face. He froze. I'll send that shit to you. Maybe we'll have like, I don't know, repost it on the pod, on
Nah.
TikTok. You guys should follow us, if you're curious. But I was just looking to this guy. I'm like, why do people waste their time? Why do you think people waste their time with put themselves in scenarios like this and then try to play victim? Yeah, Islam, and not the fresh fit guy, the guy I told you about, trying to hide the wife from
I
the
think
girlfriend.
because it's just man, people are just weird, man. Like I don't know how to explain it, but like I don't know because I never put myself in that situation, so I can't don't know how to feel. But I feel like it's stupidity. I remember I had a
Putting yourself in that situation is fine. Like when you fuck up, if
but
I
like
fuck up and I know I messed up and I finally get caught, I'm like, hey, I got caught. Cool. I'll
yeah.
take this L, move on. But some of these people genuinely play victim. Like the way this whole Reddit thing was written
Well,
out,
that's narcissist people.
he was like, no, please. I just don't know what to do. I don't know how to
Yeah.
fix this, blah, blah, blah. Dude, just take this L. You
Like
put
that's
yourself
it.
in this
Yeah, expression.
situation.
Yeah. No, that's just not narcissist. Like dude, I had a girl that was like, what's it called? Like, did me dirty, and she played the victim. She's like, "Well, you never loved me." It's like that. I made you go
Like
fuck around.
you can't, first of all, people, you can't force somebody to love you.
Exactly.
Right.
So I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's just these people that when they make mistakes and play the victim, they're just narcissists. Like, and also at the end of the day, it might not make sense to you. Like if you got done being dirty, like speaking for his wife, whatever. Like if you got done dirty, it might hurt you at first, but honestly, they just did you a favor.
Damn.
Because why would you want these people in your life?
Right.
If they want to
That's
walk
true.
out that door, you better open that door for them
The second one that
and
I'm
say goodbye.
the second one that I'm going to summarize. This lady, she loves her husband.
Okay.
Nobody's cheating,
Okay.
right? But it's clear her husband doesn't love her,
Okay.
right? Her husband doesn't want to leave because of, I guess, cultural or family or whatever situations.
Okay.
But and she's super unhappy, doesn't want to leave either because she
Mm.
doesn't want to upset him. Like she still loves him,
Exactly.
but
Yeah.
she's like
But
heartbroken that
yes.
he doesn't love her back,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like very clear. And it's like, I'm only here just because our
Okay.
family situation and everything. I think first of all it's super fucked up. Like I feel like these people at this point, like every culture has the means for a divorce. Like
Yes.
even in Islam, there's like ways that you
Yes.
can, so I don't understand this whole cultural like like religious. I think
Yeah.
you're just trying to save face, and that's not her fault because
Yeah.
he won't leave. How would you give this girl advice, and do you think it's really fair for them to
No,
like?
I mean, if she tried everything to do in her power to like change things or change him or make her feel like loved again by him.
Well, she's just doing everything. She's
I
like
mean,
he's fallen out of love, and there's nothing else she can do.
if she can do it, that's it. Then for if she's sad that she like that's how it is, then it's her fault for staying because she has the power to leave too.
Well, she still loves him.
Doesn't matter. You're. It's like you're stabbing yourself.
But he won't leave. But he won't leave her.
Exactly. So then that's the only choice is you to leave.
But he's not going to. He's not gonna. again, the point is that they won't separate because of like the cultural thing.
Then
Like she's
that's
basically trapped in trapped in a marriage.
she's not trapped. She's
She's
putting herself.
80% trapped. She has to tap
She
into
can
that
leave.
20%.
She can leave.
Dude, that's fucked up.
If you can't leave and you're being stuck there, then I'm sorry, sweetheart, that's your fault.
You ever been in a situation where you loved somebody more than they love you? Or at least you like somebody more than they love you? We're still
Yeah.
young. We haven't gotten
Yeah.
to that part of
That's
that
my
dark
biggest
part of life.
mistake. That's my biggest mistake in my longest relationship. I love that person more than I love myself.
No, more than they loved you, not that more than you loved yourself.
I never been love. I always showed more love than the other person. That was my biggest problem.
Okay.
Yeah. I always had to take an extra step, and I just get fucking played.
Fair enough.
So that's why now it's like, do never love somebody more than you love yourself. That is my, what do you say, motto?
Motto.
That's my motto.
You're thinking of the fat hippo from Madagascar.
Yes.
Moto.
Motto. Yeah.
Right.
You can't, man. You can't do that to yourself no more.
Give him an embarrassing sex story.
Who?
What is your most embarrassing sex story?
Shit.
I fell off a couch.
That's not embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. You never rolled off a couch.
I don't know.
When you got one knee on the couch, the other knee dangling off the side. You know what I mean?
What's it called? The Charlie horse?
I don't know the names.
Like when
for
your
these.
calf just gets stuck and you just can't move.
I don't know what the fuck that. I don't know what that is. A Charlie
You never
horse.
had that? Is that called a Charlie horse?
That's called a cramp. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, but I think it's called the Charlie horse.
I think you're thinking of Donkey Punch.
I don't know, dude, but I got cramped up from my leg and I was like, hey, and I just went to
No,
bed.
I was on one knee on the couch, one knee off, and I rolled and fell off, hit my back on the coffee table.
You wild for that. I think that's the only thing I just got sore, and I was literally just got done with training. I was like, I don't want to do this, and I was like, it is what it is, and I was just, bro, my whole calf. I was like, ow, 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 ow. I just sat there in bed going, ow, ow, ow.
I don't know if you've seen. No, there's a Family Guy episode where like, what's it? I think it's either Peter or Lois. Like they're doing it, and like he falls off, and she cusses. She's like, "Mother, beep, 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 beep." That was literally like I rolled out. It was done after that. There was no moving forward. I just got up, like walked into the kitchen naked, just started like, I'm not doing this anymore. Dude, I fell, and the coffee table's right there. So like my back hit the side of the coffee table as I was falling down. Right?
Dirty motherfucker.
Yeah, I was like, dude, what the hell?
Yeah, I don't think just.
Right.
What else you got for me?
And then music wise,
Okay,
right?
go for it.
Do you sing along in the shower? Like, do you sing in the shower? Do you sing in the car?
Hold on.
Right? That's not the question.
Do I sing in the shower? Cause I be throwing a Grammy
Award
performance. You fucking stupid.
So, what is your favorite
Grammy performance? I be doing out there.
Typically, we're guys. Typically, people expect a guy to be like singing. What is the most untypical, unexpected thing that you would sing? Because
any Adele song. Any Adele song. I swear.
My favorite song to sing is Beyonce's Partition.
Okay, that's not
hilarious. And when you sing that song, you realize she has bars, my guy.
Oh yeah.
She has bars.
Mine is Adele. Oh my God.
Give us a verse.
Oh, I can't.
Give us a verse.
No.
Come on, Islam. Give us a verse. Give us a verse. I'll give you a verse.
I'll never disrespect Adele like this because I'll just make it bad.
You don't know?
Dude, in the car though. In the car is a little bit different because I like to have like slow jams, but I will have the window down with my hand out and I'll just be like this. Yeah. The only time I throw a performance at traffic light. Traffic light. If it's like Jay-Z playing or anything, you're gonna see me throwing everything. Signs.
When all my podcast episodes are done, that's when I'm like blasting music. When we're like smoking hookah and stuff. Like that's when I'm blasting music on because I got a 30-minute drive to go home. And it was recently been like a lot of Drake, a lot of Giveon.
That's dope.
And then a lot of Ashanti when you sing the
Rain
on Me.
That's funny you said that because a couple of weeks ago we just left the lounge and at that time when I got in my car, my playlist automatically started playing, but it was Whitney Houston on what's it called?
Higher Love?
No, it wasn't Higher Love. It was I Have Nothing.
Oh.
But it was playing, right? So I was just like jamming to it, but I get to the red light. And then my primo Luis, my best friend, he pulls up to the side because he was leaving at the same time. But it was like the worst time because my window's down. He looks and he sees the song playing loud, and so he's like, "Hey, are you crying?" He goes, and I was like, "Bro, I swear to you, it was just on the playlist. It was on the playlist. Like, no,
I
like
swear to you, there's
and he
something.
kept checking. And goes, "Are you okay? No, tell me, are you okay?" I was like, "Bro, it's just the Whitney Houston song. It's not that deep."
There's something about Ashanti's songs that, first of all, she like 3/4 that album that would had like "Rain on Me" and
Yeah,
"Useless" and all that. Like it was all domestic abuse. If you watch those
yeah,
music
yeah, yeah.
videos, they will hit you in your feelings, bro. You
I
will want
have,
to cry. I've cried to "Rain on Me"
yeah,
once in the
I
office,
have
bro.
that in a cassette, by the way.
"Rain on Me."
Yeah,
Damn, I don't have anything to play it, so I don't.
I got it from like I found it
Rain
at
on
thrifting.
me,
Someone had it in a cassette, and I was like, "That's fire."
won't you take this pain from me? I don't want to live.
She was so dope, bro.
When you do the Beyonce,
Yeah,
the reason partition, because if you sing it in a guy's voice, it sounds hard,
yeah.
little gay, but hard. Wait. Let me give you the first verse.
Oh Lord.
We start the bum 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 ba-dum, bum 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 ba-dum. Driver, roll up the partition, please. I don't need you seeing Beyonce on her knees. Took 45 minutes to get all dressed up. We ain't even gonna make it to this club. Got my mascara running, red lipstick smudge.
Talk to them.
Oh, he's so horny, yeah, he want to fuck. He
Okay, that's
popped all
enough.
my buttons
That's
and he
enough.
ripped
That's
my
enough. That's enough.
blouse.
That's
He
enough.
Monica
That's
Lewinsky
enough.
all
That's
on my
absolutely
gown.
disgusting.
Or the daddy didn't bring
That's
a
enough.
top.
You know what it's you know what it sound you know
I love that song.
you would sound good on mute. You sound great on mute.
Shut up. It took me a second to get that. I said, "What's mute?" I'm like, "Oh, this fucker."
You sound great on mute.
No, I love that song. And then "Heartbreak Anniversary." But yeah, okay.
Great
So
song.
glad I'm not the only crazy one to
Nah,
sits there and just.
bro.
I was
Nah.
screaming.
Actually, I'll probably take longer picking out the playlist for the shower than me showering.
I can't do it in the shower because as soon as the song changes, I think I shower forever. But as soon as the song changes, I don't want to like sit there putting my fingers
No, I make
and
a
changing
playlist.
the
I make
song.
a quick playlist.
Nah, I'm not. I don't know my vibe like that.
Yeah,
I just whatever mood. But what's another one I've been singing? Dave Wanna Know, the remix with Drake. That one's a good one. I tried to do Thiago Silva, but I can't talk that fast.
yeah.
But yeah. Okay, so that was the music one.
What else we got? One more and that's it. We'll wrap it up.
I want to ask one. I feel like I'm not gonna ask this one.
Well, I'll give you the pass or not, but go ask.
You're not gonna give me the pass or not.
Yeah.
Because then what am I supposed to do? Edit this out?
No, it'd just be like, I don't. Next question. I believe the fifth.
Nah, it's not that. I'll save it for next episode.
Okay.
All right. I'll save it for next episode. I don't feel like I'm not gonna be able to word it properly.
Okay.
Because it is a little embarrassing, and I feel
Okay.
like I'm not gonna be able to word it properly. So
Okay.
I'm gonna save that one for next episode.
All right. What do you got?
It is gross.
Okay.
All right.
Nasty fuck. What else you got?
That's pretty much it. I don't
Okay.
have anything else. Any other questions? It was just those
Cool.
two abbreviations of the Reddit questions. A couple embarrassing ones.
Yeah.
Man, either you're capping or you had a pretty like boring life. Anytime we talk about relationships, you give the most bland answers.
No, it's not bland. It's the right. It's like the realest thing you can probably tell somebody. What's wrong with telling somebody you should love yourself more than love somebody else?
I was talking about the cramp during sex part. That's.
Oh, you think that's the cap one?
I think it's either you're watering down your stories, bro. You can't.
Nah. Because I'm trying to think. Like the other one that I had was
I think the falling on the
no,
off the couch is fine.
what's it called? Like I kind of like
Getting caught in public in
no,
Sydney. That was a good one.
no. It was my dog ended up like roaming free in the middle of it, and I looked at him and I was just like, my boy. And
Oh,
then she's like, "Are you fucking
no.
looking at your dad?" Like like
No.
I'm
That's-
I'm letting her know like, "Hey, yo, daddy's all right,"
I
because he
would
was like
lose-
creeped out. He's like, "What the fuck is happening?"
I lose focus very quick.
Like yeah, it was on like the corner of the studio, and I looked at him but I was just like, don't worry, daddy got it. And she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, don't worry." But I was like, that's kind of embarrassing.
I lose focus very quick. This isn't embarrassing because the other person didn't notice this, but I
Yeah.
have definitely a couple
Nah,
times
she
noticed like one of my cats sitting on like the corner of the bed and like
Yeah.
just staring, just like, and I'm just like, oh, okay. And the other
No.
person hasn't noticed this.
No,
I'm like, oh, it's just me.
no, I think I laugh about it because my dog Tony thought probably I'm getting hurt. he thought I was in danger.
Oh
But I
my
gave him
god.
hey, it's all right, daddy's okay. But then she was like, what the fuck? I was like, yo, don't chill, don't worry
I
about
remember
it.
I was watching this corn film where the
Yeah,
dog kept jumping on the table and kept
nah, fam,
barking, and I'm
that's
like, dude, this was so good, but this dog won't
nah,
shut up. I
nah,
said I got
nah,
to put this on mute or
out of
something.
pocket. Yeah, but no, the
Thank
cramp
God my
really.
cats aren't like
But
that.
the cramp really thing happened though. Like I cramped up and I couldn't do anything else
Shit.
after, and I just sat there saying, "Ow, ow."
Thank God I didn't have to go to the hospital, but I
Yeah,
definitely that was
fam.
a wrap for me.
Well, thanks for everybody that's listening, that's been subscribing, that's been following us. We had
Yes,
100 followers on TikTok.
104, I think.
Yes,
104 as of this morning.
organically,
Yep.
nothing. So appreciate that everybody that's following. Appreciate that everybody that's commenting. The people that reposting. We truly, truly appreciate it. It's still the beginning, and we're still working. We're still getting better. So we appreciate that everybody that's listening. Thank you so much. You have anything else to say?
No, I don't have anything else to say, guys, but I will actually, I do have anything, guys. I see you guys looking at the stories, like looking at our TikToks, and this is to our friends. I see you guys looking at our TikToks, but not liking or not reposting or anything.
That's fine.
Nah. It's the ratio is it's not 1, 2, 3.
That's
It's
fine.
like I see like you guys 20
No,
like
because
views or
no,
something. I say, guys, hit the heart button.
no, because at the end of the day, like to me, that tells you like who really wants to see it enough. So
I get it,
yeah, we
but
do have a small number, but I mean, we got really solid people that's like really, really supporting. So to me, that what matters because we, like I said, we can have 100,000 followers, and we only getting 50 likes. Yeah, I
remember
mean, who
this.
cares?
Remember this when Issam and I are on Good Morning America and
They will cancel me.
we're walking around with our VRs. We'll remember you. We'll remember these
I
moments.
would definitely get canceled if Good Morning America invites me. That's their biggest fuck up they'll ever do.
I have ADHD. I focus on random things, so
Bro,
I
I'll
will
have a
remember
full.
these little. I will remember those little heart faces
Oh, I do
on.
want to say shout out. You can clip this for my La Raza. Shout out to Mexico for recognizing Palestine as a
Oh,
state.
I saw that this
Thank you so
morning.
much.
You
Thank
reposted
you.
that.
I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. To all my Latino people, thank you so much. I need that clip,
Yes,
by the way.
I. All
Yeah, please, make that happen for your boy. Anyways, thank you so much for listening.
right. Have a great day,
Thank you
guys.
so much. Take care.